share your vows. If there is anything else that you would like to say, it is always appropriate to say, I love you. And that makes for beautiful wedding ceremonies, and it makes for very, very beautiful marriages. Because I want the two of you to remember that if you ever are at a loss for words in your marriage, and sometimes it happens when your partner asks a very silly question like, what do you have to say for yourself? If anything like that happens, I want you to remember that when you were married in the most romantic setting ever, a Zoom conference meeting, this talking head from Provo gave you permission to say, I love you, especially if you don't know what else to say. And know that we say I love you in lots of different ways. You might say it with the words. You might say it by fixing a wonderful meal. You might say it by washing the dishes after a wonderful meal. You might say it with a foot massage or a bouquet of flowers or however you two choose to share your I love yous. So get into and stay in the habit of saying I love you. And that makes the rest of the hard work of long-term relationships, like really listening, serving one another, sacrificing for one another, coming up with creative solutions to your problems and conflict. All of those things become easier when you remember that you love each other. All right. And then after you share whatever you need to share, I'll check in with the witnesses. I will pronounce you, and that will be the ceremony that will immediately do your paperwork to take care of the legal things. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Well then, Bea and Ronell, during this very unique time in our world's history that has also created a very unique backdrop for this important chapter of personal histories, we are all simultaneously safely social distanced, yet still gathered together to unite. Bea, Lorena, Jacinto, Bechayda. How do you say your last name again?
Bechayda.
Bechayda. Bea, Lorena, Jacinto, Bechayda, and Ronell L. Asuena in marriage. No matter where you all are located throughout the world, through the miracles of communication technology, we are all connected to my location at the Utah County Clerk offices in the city of Provo, Utah, United States of America. My location here in the city of Provo is the host location for today's ceremony, and that's what establishes the jurisdiction necessary to use your Utah County issued marriage license. We're bridging the barriers of time and distance today through the power of smartphones and computers, and these are really powerful tools. But Bea and Ronell, I want the two of you to remember that the most powerful tool to overcome any barriers that may come into your relationship is the power of the love that you have for one another. So while this might be a fairly unconventional way of hosting a wedding ceremony, let its uniqueness serve as a reminder. Love brings us together, even and especially when it feels like the rest of the forces of the universe are pulling you apart. The other thing I want to note is that as we bring the year that is 2020 to its end, I don't know what life lessons you're going to learn from all the craziness we've had to put up with, but I have learned that life is a crazy adventure. It is full of twists and turns and ups and downs, and you never know what's going to come around the next corner. If you want to be successful on such an adventure, bring along a really good adventure companion. And Bea and Ronell, you have chosen one another to be companions on the crazy adventure that we call life. With all of that to set the stage, Bea, Lorena, Jacinto, Bechayda, do you willingly take Ronell L. Asuena to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes, I do.
Ronell L. Asuena, do you willingly take Bea Lorena Jacinto Bechayda to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes, I do.
Bea, your turn to tell your handsome groom, what you have prepared to share with him on your wedding day.
So long. Okay, so first of all, Babs, I just wanted to thank you for the messages you sent to me 5 years ago. Thank you for asking me to marry you, and now for changing my last name. Remember the very first day we met? From the moment I saw you in person, I knew that you were the one I must spend my life with. Sorry.
Ang sinanay, dali.
Yeah. You are the love of my life, someone who always makes me happier than I could ever have imagined. And you have made me a better person than I ever thought I could be. I want to be your lover, your companion, and your best friend for the rest of my life. I solemnly promise to love you and cherish you eternity, to keep you close and with faithfulness, to be your support and help in times of need. I promise to give you the freedom to be a successful man you're destined to be, and I vow to be your biggest fan and partner in crime, to grow old with you and experience overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on and never letting go, because love isn't always perfect, not a fairy tale. I promise to make you laugh, to hold you when you cry, because beside you I find my home. It is in your loving gaze that I find the comfort, acceptance, and the sense of belonging. I will love you faithfully and unconditionally through sickness and in health, through difficult and easy time. I will always show you the respect and honor you deserve until I close my eyes on this earth for the very last time. I love you, Babs.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Ronell, your turn to share what you have prepared with your very beautiful bride.
Dove, I vow to love you as you love me, through all hardship, darkness, and pain, to reach for our joys, our hopes, and always with honesty and faith. All I have in this world, I give to you. I promise to hold you and keep you, comfort you, and protect you for all the days of my life. I love you.
You too.
All right.
Yay!
That is exactly how we do it. All right. And so, Ronell, you now place a ring on her finger.
Yay!
Beautiful. Beautiful. Since I have heard from both of the witnesses, Bea and Ronell, because you have chosen to say yes to one another, and because your witnesses have said yes, that you've said yes, it is my distinct privilege to be able to say, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Utah, from where I'm hosting this ceremony, I now pronounce you Bea Lorena Jacinto Bechayda and Ronell L. Asuena legally and lawfully married. You may now blow each other kisses as husband and wife.
Congratulations! Yay!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
I'm doing